All right, so we have to talk about last night's SmackDown. And yeah, it was dog shit. It's been so hard recently to sit through a 3-hour show of SmackDown when the product is this bad. Yes, there are some moments that are really good. Danhausen has been doing his thing, and Carmelo Hayes has been doing great as the United States champion with his reign, having the open challenge for the U.S. title. But the main event for night one, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, it was right there in the palm of their hands. They could have easily built this off just the history that they have. Going back to Legacy, they have had so much history between Randy and Cody. And the whole situation of him looking at the belt throughout the whole time that Cody was champion, they could even reference all that time. But no, they decided to add celebrities to this. Add Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll. Like, don't get me wrong, Pat, he's funny on his show. He puts out funny content. Whatever. Jelly Roll, great singer, and he had one good match, tag team match with Randy Orton. But right now, this is where they need to be building up the story, the feud, the blood feud. They could have done so many things to build this up. They could have had Brandy Rhodes, Cody's wife, be interjected into this, and maybe have Randy do what he did to Triple H. Had her take RKO while Cody was tied up or something. And no, they had to go with this mystery angle of who's on the phone with Randy. They love mystery angles. I don't get it. Like, sure, you can do it once in a while, but not have like 5 or 6 different mystery angles going on for the build. Like, and if you're going to go with a mystery angle, go with someone that actually makes sense to the story, to their history against each other. They could have had Randy Orton's dad, Bob Orton, be on the other end. Hell, have Triple H on the other end. That could have been not just as good, but would make more sense. They have when they were in a faction together. Why am I blanking the name at this point? Evolution. They had that all together. Who else? There was rumors that Shane McMahon could have been behind this. And yes, that could have been an interesting story because they had Stephanie talk to Cody and then have Randy be behind, or have Shane behind, on the phone with him trying to get back at his sister somehow. I don't know. I don't care. But no, they have Pat McAfee, who coincidentally has his agent, who is the head of TKO, Ari Emanuel, basically pushing him to the forefront. Randy Orton is playing second fiddle to Pat McAfee. And now Cody Rhodes is essentially behind Jelly Roll, because now Jelly Roll has been interjected into this feud. Like, I just don't get it. They had it in the palm of their hands, and they had all the fuel to make this a good feud at this point. And now it's just all gone. And this is all to push sales for WrestleMania 42, because they are piss poor at this point. And there's there's 8 or 7 days left, 8 days left until WrestleMania 42. And that's their own fault. They decided to go back to Las Vegas when they already announced it to New Orleans. But they decided to double dip because they made so much money from WrestleMania 41. Hell, that's because of John Cena. It was John Cena's last WrestleMania. Now you don't have John Cena to push ticket sales for you. So you have to do this yourself. But you think by inserting Pat McAfee into this, that's going to push sales. And of course, now you have to Now you have to bring John Cena back as a host. Hopefully that can push sales. Like, you guys just, TKO just doesn't understand. They just see a cash grab that they saw in WWE, and they decide to bring them all together with the UFC and the WWE. And that was their mistake. They decided to buy WWE, and they could just slap on any type of sponsorship to it. And now it's just being saturated with it. And it has been slowly but surely destroying this business. And I just don't get it. I get it because they don't understand it. They are clearly, they don't know what the fans want, but they just are pushing their own agenda and pushing their boy Pat McAfee, because apparently he's going to be the next Sylvester Stallone. Whatever. You can get him all the movie deals and get him to do all these different promos, but really, this last SmackDown, it was one of the last and final straws that I could really take without kind of voicing my opinion on this. Pat McAfee literally just comes out to cut a scathing promo over CM Punk and his whole calling him Pat McAfee or whatever, and just kind of have him answer back with this, and he's just doing some cheap heel heat to get the crowd booing him, but he didn't even need that. The fans would have booed him regardless of his whole talking crap about San Jose. No one wants him. He's getting heat, but he's not getting heel heat. He's getting go away heat. He's getting more heat than Logan Paul, which is surprisingly to say, but no one wants to see Pat. No one wanted to see Pat or Jelly Roll pushed into this feud, pushed into this main event storyline. It just makes just absolute no sense to have him there. It really doesn't. So there's going to be those diehard fans that are going to stick up for what the WWE has been doing for this past year and a half or so, that the product has really been taking a decline. Sure, you can go ahead and try to defend it all you want, but it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. And I know Randy wants that number 15 title reign, but this can't be the way that he envisioned his 15th title win to be, because we already know that he's not going to lose, because they're setting this up for Backlash to have a tag team match between Randy, Pat McAfee versus Cody and Jelly Roll. So, and the whole stipulation for this upcoming match at WrestleMania is that if Cody Rhodes beats Randy Orton, then Pat McAfee will never show his face on WWE television. And we already know that's a damn lie. So, Randy's going to win. Ain't no way around it. And I was all for Randy getting his 15th win, 15th title. But now, I don't want Pat there. And this is what they want. They want this type of heat. They want people talking about it. And it is getting people talking about it. But I just don't see how this is going to be good for their product. Yes, you're getting people talking about it, but it's not in the good way. It's not they're trying to get shock value from this. Pat McAfee using all the words that are going to get people to pop, like Mark and IWC, all this stuff, and he's flipping off the crowd. You can clearly tell that they were trying to make sure they don't get that into camera. But you can see sometimes that he's just flipping off the crowd. They're giving him the final boss treatment where he can just do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, say the F word, do all this stuff, just going off on people. But when The Rock did it, it made sense. The Rock is a wrestler. He's a Pat can talk, but not in the same way as The Rock can. And I'm trying not to make this too long, but it's just bad, because in last night's promo, it literally turned into an advertisement to let people know that from last night to Monday that Dodge Ram is going to be covering 25% of the ticket sales or whatever, or so basically fans have 25% off. But that's not going to that's not going to move the needle. No one wants to go back to Vegas again. No one wants to see all these celebrities like I Show Speed, Jelly Roll, Lil Yachty, who didn't need to be behind Trick Williams, but Lil Yachty's doing way better than Travis Scott. And now Pat McAfee. There's 4 celebrities being pushed to kind of pushed into storylines, and I'm sure all 4 of them are going to be integrated into some story or some moment during WrestleMania. And it just, some people were saying that WrestleMania was built off having celebrities being involved. Yes, that's great, but not like, why this many? Like, we already have all of these sponsorships on the table, all of this on the mat. We have all of the sponsorships, and yes, that sucks, but we have to get used to it. But now we're getting all these celebrities who, quite frankly, don't need to be in these storylines. It makes no sense. You have the Usos versus the Vision. Great. Have, like, I don't even know why LA Knight's being pushed into this whole situation with I Show Speed. It's just like, why? Why? I don't get it. TKO is slowly digging the grave for WWE, and it could be, it definitely is not, I can't say definitely, but it's not as bad as 2019 ? I don't know. Like, I put online on Twitter that I might give AEW another shot. Like, sure, I'll watch some of AEW's highlights or whatever. And I've never really been able to get into AEW, but like, I feel like they are pushing me towards this, and it just doesn't feel right for the WWE. And I'm sure, I'm hoping creative is not happy with this, but they're just having to bend the knee to Ari and TKO just to make this happen so they can sell more tickets. And I wouldn't be surprised if this shows up on Unreal Season 3 or Season 4 or whatever that they're going to be doing. Like, it just, I don't get it. And I know a lot of other fans and reactors or WWE content creators probably feel the same. I know there's those people on Twitter or whatever that are enjoying this for some reason. But hey, that's on them. If they choose to enjoy this product, great. But for me, like, I'm only excited for Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar because I really want them to push Obafemi, and hopefully they nail the landing with him. It shouldn't be a long match for them. It should just kind of showcase Obafemi as the future. And then Seth Rollins and Gunther, great workers, no story behind it, but there's going to be probably some story after that to feed Brock Lesnar to Gunther so he can retire him at SummerSlam, whatever. Other than that, the Jade versus Rhea, I mean, we'll see how that goes. The fact that they just added Michin and BFAB to that, I just don't get that either. But I don't know what to even think about this. And this WrestleMania 42 is going to be a rough watch. I'm going to watch it, and I know people are going to come down to the comments like, oh yeah, you're still going to support it, blah, blah, blah. Like, yes. I've grown up with the WWE. I stopped for a little bit because of 2019. It was a rough time, and so I stopped watching for a little bit, and there's just been some moments that have just put a big sour taste in my mouth in regards to the WWE, but this is just getting worse. And I don't know, but I really hope that some of these younger stars come back healthy and really kick off a new era, as Triple H would like to say, for the WWE. Oba Femi, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Javon Evans, Carmelo, Trick Williams, women, Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer, all these young, Lash Legend, like all these young stars that are being called up from NXT, all have real potential, and they really need to lean into those people. If they just keep doing this with all these celebrities that really don't need to be inserted into these storylines, it's just going to keep getting worse. And yeah, I just don't get it. But let me know in the comments down below of what you think about this whole Pat McAfee being inserted, same with Jelly Roll. Let me know what your most excited match for WrestleMania 42, 91, 92, whatever. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.